Very good evening, viewers. Videos of the surgical strike that you're going to see in the next 2 seconds were put out exclusively by Times Now on Wednesday, yesterday evening. They established for the first time that this was the most daring, audacious ever surgical operation conducted by the Indian military in its history. Here are some hard facts, viewers, that you need to acquaint yourselves with. The September 29 strike was the deepest ever cross-LOC incursion. There have been operations, ambushes along the LOC, but never across the LOC, never 6-7 kilometers deep into Pakistan-occupied Kashmir or POK. Armed forces struck targets spanning 250 kilometers, top to the bottom of the LOC, a huge span. 6 terror launch pads targeted in over 6 hours. Troops went deep into POK, Indian territory illegally occupied by Pakistan. Spent 6 hours in a very hostile situation where they could have been discovered and eliminated. They jousted with unimaginable dangers. They completed their missions. Look at them, blowing up these terror launch pads of the Lashkar-e-Toiba and the Pakistani army. The operation was visible in control rooms in Delhi and Udhampur simultaneously. Never happened before, viewers. And these soldiers, a number of them, exfiltrated in daylight, risking everything to come back safe and sound. But the Congress-led opposition today says that the operation was one of many conducted since 2004. Nothing special about it, they say. That it has been hyped unnecessarily by the BJP to draw political mileage at the risk of credit snatching from the army. This is what the Congress-led opposition, the Sanjay Nirupams, the Anand Sharmas, and of course the Azam Khans have been saying all through the day today. First they said they didn't believe. The Congress first said that it did not believe that these strikes ever took place. They said they were fake. So when Times Now produced the evidence, they changed the goalposts to say, "Theek hai, it happened. We believe you." But what is so special? Humne bhi kiye. We also did several of these surgical strikes. Listen to them. Listen to these responses. Astounding trivialization of bravery, viewers. This is what you will hear. Listen.
श्रीमान अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी के कार्यकाल में हुई और श्रीमान डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी के कार्यकाल में हुई जो सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक और सैन्य ऑपरेशंस थे, उनकी सफलता को लेकर छाती पीटने और छद्म राष्ट्रवाद दिखाने के लिए क्या इन दोनों प्रधानमंत्रियों या उनकी सरकार ने मोदी जी की तरह कभी कोशिश की थी?
Question is that where is the need of using Indian Army's actions and compromising the tactical operations of the Indian Army only for political publicity and propaganda? This is wrong.
मोदी सरकार आज सेना के जवानों के पराक्रम का वीडियो दिखा करके लोगों का ध्यान अपनी तरफ खींचना चाहती है।
You heard the congressman? Now listen to an ally, Samajwadi Party's Azam Khan. Listen to him. Viewers, pay attention to what he says.
देखिए, चुनाव सर पर आ गया। सबूत तो लोग मांगेंगे और सबूत के साथ लोग नतीजे भी मांगेंगे। मेरा अपना ख्याल है ये कि सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक्स तो हमेशा हर मुल्क की सरहदों पर होती हैं कोई निराले तो है नहीं हम। हर देश अपनी सरहदों की हिफाजत के लिए सब करते हैं, पहले भी बहुत होती रही हैं, लेकिन ये क्योंकि सीक्रेट एक्शन होता है और ये इंटरनेशनल नॉर्म्स के तहत सही है गलत है ये तो मैं नहीं जानता, थोड़ा कम पढ़ा लिखा आदमी हूं, लेकिन ये सीक्रेट अटैक्स होते हैं, इनको कितनी पब्लिसिटी करना चाहिए मोदी जी ज्यादा बेहतर जाने।
Secret attacks होते हैं, and there are many of these that happen, and whether they are even in compatibility with international norms, I don't know. This Mr. Modi knows better. Can you imagine this, viewers? You have politicians today who are now trying to invoke laws to say, perhaps, that these were illegal. You can't defend your nation anymore. Pakistan can export illegally all the terror, but no one here will condemn Pakistan. They will say, we must talk to Pakistan. India defends its own interests, and we talk about legalities. The Congress response, viewers, has shocked the officers who planned the strike, and they have contested these politicians and their claims. They have come out and said that this was not just one of the many surgical strikes that have been conducted by India. This was uncharted territory, most audacious ever. Listen to these braves who tell you as it is without the politics. Listen to them.
We were quite surprised, immediately after that, and it was such a sort of on a big scale, the operation. And for them to sort of blatantly deny, they took some journalists all over the place and said, nothing like this has ever happened. So I think this is a big embarrassment for them that the proof is out.
Operations happen. Sometimes it comes in public knowledge. Sometimes they are done purely within the realms and the domain of the military. Quite evidently, this time the scale and the scope were of a higher magnitude than in the past.
As far as my knowledge goes, and to the best of my experience which I've seen, such a thing had not happened apart from the actual wars which were fought.
You heard them? All these three high-ranking military men have told us this has never been attempted before. One of a kind. Surgical strikes. You heard the Congress, you've heard the military men. Now, Times Now has accessed an RTI that also clearly establishes that the September 26 operation is the only one on record described as a surgical operation, as a surgical strike. What does the RTI say? Have a look. The question was, how many surgical strikes from 2004 to 2014? The answer is surgical strike along LOC on 29 September 2016. How many surgical strikes against Pakistan before 2014? The answer is no data of surgical strike before 29 September 2016. The question is, how many brave soldiers lost their lives? The response through RTI was, no Indian soldiers lost their lives. This is the truth. Yes, this is the truth, viewers. This was a one-of-its-kind surgical strike. And the Congress party and the other opposition parties are not willing to buy it. They are trivializing this, saying, bahut aisi strikes hoti hain. There have been many strikes like this. Let me open this out. G.V. Narasimha Rao of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Member of Parliament and spokesperson. Colonel R.S.N. Singh, author and defense analyst. Abdul Razak Khan, spokesperson of the JDS. Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist. Majid Haidari, also senior journalist. And Professor K. Nageshwar, a political analyst, are with us. Now, I want to begin first with you, Mr. Ashutosh Mishra. Why is the Congress-led opposition trivializing the bravery of our soldiers by saying, what is the need to talk about all of this? These strikes have happened routinely. First, you didn't accept them. Once you accept them and you see the proof, now you change the goalposts. Are you so desperate?
So, when we talk about desperation, I think Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad answered this when he said there is desperation, and desperation here is in BJP, which after losing continuous elections in Gorakhpur, Phulpur, Kairana, is trying this trick of atkana, bhatkana, latkana. They have actually insulted, the BJP has insulted Indian Army, by mocking the raids. I mean, weren't our
mocking the raids?
Weren't our veterans who carried out the raids earlier, weren't they brave? Didn't they put their life at risk? Or is it just because if it wasn't cleared by Mr. Modi and it wasn't direct telecast, they were in any way smaller?
Who asked for the proofs? Who asked for the proof? Digvijay Singh asked for proof. No, 1 minute.
Rahul Gandhi had
let's
very
go back in
clearly
time.
said,
Ashutosh ji, if you allow me, if you allow me, I'm not talking about Rahul Gandhi. Don't always bring in Rahul Gandhi. He called it Khoon ki dalali. But just 1 second. You can shout over me, but you can't deny these facts. These are quotes. Sanjay Nirupam said, fake strike. He dismissed it as a fake strike. Did he not?
Sanjay Nirupam doesn't represent Congress.
Oh, he doesn't.
In the whole.
He's an alien.
Rahul Gandhi does.
He's an alien.
Rahul Gandhi does.
वो दूसरे planet के हैं.
वो
State leader है महाराष्ट्र के. He's in charge of the state of Maharashtra. He is a general appointed by Rahul Gandhi. If he doesn't represent the Congress, sack him. Throw him out. But this is what Sanjay Nirupam said. He said it's a fake strike. For 3 years or 2 years, they've been taunting, demanding proof. Now the proof comes out and they say, no. The BJP is doing this, releasing these videos because they want to buy votes by undercutting the army. Listen to this, 1 minute. Listen to this. Here is just one individual, Sanjay Nirupam. Listen to his point of view over the years. Listen to this.
जो भी सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक का दावा सरकार कर रही है वो सही है या गलत है मुझे नहीं, मेरे हिसाब से तो फेक लग रहा है और वो तब तक फेक लगेगा जब तक भारत सरकार अपनी तरफ से सबूत नहीं देती कि हां सचमुच इस प्रकार का कोई सैनिक अभियान हुआ था पाकिस्तान के आतंकवादी ठिकानों को नष्ट करने के लिए।
सर वो सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक यू सेड दैट इट इज फेक सर यू सेड इट इज फेक।
जो मोदी सरकार आज सेना के जवानों के पराक्रम का वीडियो दिखा करके लोगों का ध्यान अपनी तरफ खींचना चाहती है।
You see the turncoat, Sanjay Nirupam? First he says, show the proof. Now when the government shows the proof, they say they are milking the surgical strike for political benefit. This is the two-faced Congress party. Two-faced. 1 second, Mr. Hydri, I have not addressed you. Relax. No one is giving you a ticket in a hurry from the Congress. Don't worry.
Army has not released this
you might
video.
get one from your patrons in the Hurriyat conference when they stop taking money from Pakistan. But just relax.
What is the authenticity of
Mr. Hydri, just relax. You have a problem with the authenticity. You have a problem when Kashmiris are being butchered by Pakistan and videos come out. You can't even defend those. Go talk to your Go talk to your masters in Pakistan, sir. Seek their permission. They are in denial, like the Congress party. It's okay. It's fine. India doesn't need to convince Rahul Gandhi, who's in London, by the way. We are being told. He has not even tweeted.
No, but what
he's tweeted on some wildlife issue or some tree felling issue, but he is not tweeted to acknowledge the bravery of our forces. Can you believe it? Relax. Sir, he's a hero. He's a big hero. He's your hero, sir. It's okay. You are entitled to have your hero. But don't today try to justify the forked duplicity of the Congress. I showed you proof. Sanjay Nirupam is the man in charge of the Maharashtra unit.
Congress.
He doesn't represent Congress.
He does not represent all congressmen.
He doesn't represent. What is he? A minority or the majority? Tell me. He speaks for the majority.
He's because not the
should
majority,
I show you more examples of congressmen? Does Chidambaram also not represent congressmen? Does Anand Sharma? Let's play out Anand Sharma. 1 minute. Let me show out some quotes. Some quotes will come up on our screens. I don't want to steal the BJP's thunder. G.V. Narasimha, would you like to respond? Would you like to respond to what the Congress and their sympathizers are saying on this show?
Rahul, it's so bizarre that Rahul Gandhi, except Rahul Gandhi, nobody else represents the Congress party in the country. I think if that is the state of affairs, I think they might close the party as well. I think one leader, district level leader, makes a derogatory comment about Rahul Gandhi. He's expelled instantly. And when Sanjay Nirupam questions the Indian army, When Sandeep Dixit calls army chief Sadak ka Gunda, no questions are asked. Not even a show cause notice. But if Rahul Gandhi is called a pappu, I think you will be expelled from Congress party for your life. I think why does Congress party have such a poor regard? Why do you have such a poor regard for Indian Army? These days Rahul seems to represent more Lakshar-e-Taiba. He and his party, Ghulam Nabi Azad.
He hasn't ever praised Lakshar-e-Taiba. He has praised army. You are lying here. You are unnecessarily politicizing the issue. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi have praised Indian Army on Twitter, Facebook, in public, and the first surgical strike was carried out by Indira Gandhi, which you don't want to talk about.
I know, Rahul. I think please tell the gentleman to wait for his turn. I think you cannot, you see the whole country has seen through the Congress party's design. Today the Congress party represents, actually it is bordering on sedition. I'm making this direct charge. The Congress party is actually indulging
in your desperation where you cannot fight a party politically. So you are making malicious.
Let me come in here. Ashutosh, 1 minute. G.V. Narasimha, I want to quote the same Randeep Singh Surjewala. What did Randeep Singh Surjewala say October 4, 2016? He says it is time for the government to expose Pakistan's malicious propaganda, asserting that there is no question of any doubt about the strikes. Pay attention. Mr. Surjewala said, look how cleverly he words it. We would like to urge the Prime Minister to stop politicizing the bravery of Indian soldiers for myopic political gain. The evidence should be made public. So the government today calls out Pakistan, makes the evidence public, and the Congress party holds a press conference to say that the government is milking the bravery of our forces. Can you believe it?
So the honesty of the government is questioned.
So पहले आप बोलो सबूत दो. जब वो सबूत देते हैं, फिर आप बोलते हैं उनको कि आप हमको टोपी पहना रहे हैं. I've never heard this before. Damn if you do, damned if you don't. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Abdul Razak,
50% increase in money in Switzerland Bank.
Closest allies today of the Congress party are the JDS. People of Karnataka, sir, and of India are wanting to hear what the JDS has to say. Do you believe the Congress party today is making a mistake by now continuing to doubt the proof by suggesting that the proof has been submitted for political gain, by trivializing therefore the bravery of our forces and suggesting that these are one of the many surgical strikes? When you know, sir, when you know the commanders of this surgical strike have come out and said this was once in a lifetime, generation, once and never ever attempted earlier surgical strike. Mr. Razak Khan.
Rahul, at one side, you know, I will definitely answer your question, but before that I want to say something. At one side we have Amarnath Yatra and the highest security threat in this situation. I'm saying there is no doubt about the Indian Army. The Indian Army has done a commendable job. But I'm just worried about the timing of the video release. Why was it made public yesterday, especially at a time when Amarnath Yatra is on? I mean, why are we risking the lives of the Amarnath Yatris?
Were you not risking the lives? Wasn't the Congress risking the lives? No, 1 minute. Wasn't Congress risking the lives immediately after the surgical strike in October 2016,
Rahul,
demanding proof to make Pakistan feel small? It was the sagacity of the government that they didn't release it then to rub salt on the wounds of Pakistan. Imagine had they released it then.
Just come out of BJP and Congress.
कैसे नाक कटती पाकिस्तान की? Pakistan would have hit back immediately. No, I'm asking you, when would have been a good time, sir? No, hello, tell me, when would it have been a good time? When would H.D. Kumaraswamy want
Was
this
it
footage to have
necessary
come
to
out?
release the video yesterday?
You first tell me.
Was it necessary?
You first tell me.
Rahul, my
Yes,
simple
it was,
question is,
because
was
there
it
are Congress
necessary to risk
leaders,
the lives
there were
of
people
Amarnath
who are
Yatris?
Congress sympathizers, there are people who
I
are
mean,
today allied to a
how
political
low can
cause
politics come
called
to?
opposing the BJP,
How
like
low can
Arun
the
Shourie,
politics come
who said
to?
these, no, the intent behind these strikes were Farzi. That's what he said. There are Saifuddin Soz, Congress leaders,
Rahul, there
who
is
were
no
questioning.
doubt. I salute the
No, I'm
Indian
only
Army.
asking you,
They have
Razak
done
Khan,
a
instead of
commendable
today
job.
addressing my question, you are today deviating. Should the Congress party, I'm asking you, describe the surgical strikes as one of many and dismiss it as a non-event? Should
Rahul,
they be doing that?
There have been instances.
So were the earlier...
One minute. Should they be doing that? I'm not saying that. But should they be comparing?
More commendable jobs.
Should they be comparing bravery and bravery? Which kind of anti-India mindset makes you say, let us weigh the bravery of our forces over the years? Can you believe it? Even a LOC, even a cross LOC action, even an action on the LOC requires courage. By saying that एक ज़्यादा brave था और दूसरा कम brave था, one was braver than the other, you are doing the biggest disservice. You are dividing our forces.
That's what BJP is doing.
That is what you are doing, sir, by asking and then saying, ये तो पहले भी हुआ है. Why can't you say?
Any action of these institutions is
Colonel Allison, you are an army man. Colonel Allison, you are an army man.
Any action of the judiciary, the media, is unquestionable. You know, unquestionable.
Rahul, for
last
2.5 decades.
But my question is very straight.
For last 2.5 decades, ever since
was it a necessity?
War by Pakistan
was it a necessity to make the video public yesterday?
Terrorism has got horribly mixed with politics. Please take your mind back. What happened after 26/11? The same voices who are saying that it is a handiwork of the Hindu terrorists.
The same country.
Butler, 1 minute, Butler House encounter. What happened? Samjhauta Express. What happened?
We condemn Butler House encounter.
So I'm not surprised.
We condemn all those things.
Voices which
my
have
question is simple.
No, if you condemn them, Abdul Razak, why did you take? No, why did you take the support of the PFI? The PFI that is made from the cadres of the SIMI, that is a banned terror organization. You tell me, why is an organization called the PFI and its political arm, the SDPI, supporting you?
If we come down to PFI and SDPI or SIMI, we have to come down to Bajrang Dal, we have to come down to Vishwa Hindu Parishad. They have been branded as militant organizations by the CIA recently.
Again, you sick man, don't create these binaries. Any organizations that you have named, Bajrang Dal, etc., they don't want a caliphate.
General Singh sir,
they don't
I
want
have
a
much
caliphate.
respect for you. I am
So
not creating any binary. It is a straight,
don't create
simple
these
question.
binaries.
Was it necessary
They
at this
don't believe
situation?
in Ummah, they don't want
Was it necessary?
Believe in Sharia, they don't believe in caliphate.
Let us not get there. Let us stick to the debate, Singh sir.
But don't.
Let us stick to the debate.
You anti-national.
Let us not get down to such low levels of politics. Let us not get down to such low levels of politics.
You are a man of very
Let us have the respect of the judiciary.
You have no integrity.
4 Supreme Court
you have
judges
no
came out.
loyalty towards this nation.
4 Supreme Court judges came out.
You think you are loyal to Supreme Court? You anti-national. You think you are loyal to Supreme Court?
4 Supreme Court judges.
If you are not loyal to this country, you will be loyal to the judiciary of this country.
People are losing confidence of the judiciary.
I see your dirty face.
People are losing confidence.
Day out, I see your dirty face on Indian television.
Now,
horrible fellow. How do you look at yourself in the mirror?
It is very easy to criticize sitting.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me come in here. Let's lower the flames. Let me come in.
If you think
Abdul Razak Khan, listen to me.
दुकान चला रखी है ना?
1 minute.
ये पाकिस्तान को वाली दुकान जो चला रही है ना, उसमें वो आपके मेन स्ट्रीम पॉलिटिशियंस भी थे।
सर,
Arun Shourie was in very bad company. Arun Shourie was in very bad company that day.
Okay, one minute. Let me ask Abdul Razak Khan. Abdul Razak Khan, 1 second. Abdul Razak Khan, 1 minute. Colonel Arun, 1 second, please. Let's roll the faders. 1 second.
The same
I want to
blood
ask.
flows in me.
Okay, listen to me.
Blood flows in each and every Indian.
Abdul Razak Khan, I want to ask you a question. You invoke the CIA. Do you really believe the CIA listen to me, over the NIA? Do you believe an American intelligence organization over the Indian intelligence organization, sir? Can I ask you this? Can I ask you?
Rahul, it is not me who is branding them as militant organizations. Look at the previous incidents.
No, let me tell you, if you believe the CIA,
look at what the VHP has done.
If you believe the CIA, now listen to me. If you believe the CIA, then let me give you a few pearls of wisdom, sir. The CIA also came out and said that Rahul Gandhi, and this came out in a WikiLeaks, that Rahul Gandhi is on record to say that the Sangh RSS organization is the biggest terror organization in this country. If that is the case, why was the former president
and a manufacturing unit?
Okay, 1 minute. Manufacturing unit of terror. Okay.
RSS does not do anything,
so
but it makes the Bajrang
He
Dal,
called it a bigger threat than Lashkar-e-Toiba. 1 minute, relax, calm down. Sun to lijiye, Mr. Razak Khan. So then, did Pranab Mukherjee, India's former president, visit a terror factory 15-20 days ago? You tell me.
Rahul.
Why did he go and visit a terror factory?
Rahul, it was an invitation extended.
Yeah.
It was an individual invitation.
So you will go if Hafiz Saeed tomorrow invites you.
Secular
no, if Hafiz Saeed tomorrow invites you to Pakistan to come, if he invites you to come, you will go. And you will give a speech there.
From
Abdul Razak Khan, talk some sense. Talk some sense. Shame on you.
Can you tell this country?
Shame on you today. You will accept the invitation of Hafiz Saeed. You will accept the invitation of Hafiz Saeed. You are giving today, sir, support to a political party whose leaders have talked about Hindu terror, have talked about Osama G, have talked about Hafiz Sahab.
Why don't you acknowledge the Gauri?
Biggest butchers of Indians are eulogized. You are talking about a political party which said that the Batla House encounter in which a decorated police officer was killed, dismissed as a fake encounter. And you are giving support to that party today?
Now let me just...
Who is playing politics?
And the person
who is bothered about politics and who is negating the national interest? It's you. It's the JDS. And the people are watching. The people of this country are watching you support an organization that is apologetic about terror.
And he was the person responsible for recruiting our young boys here for the Islamic State. The same person who ran away from, who managed to escape after Batla House.
Sir, you sold your soul. You sold your soul, Mr. Abdul Razak. A long time back, your own chief, H.D. Kumaraswamy, described Siddaramaiah as a corrupt person. But today you are supporting Siddaramaiah. You are taking his support to form your government. आप क्या किसी को बोल रहे हैं? What are you preaching? Morality. You have no rights to be preaching morality. Let's open this out further. Professor K. Nageshwar. Professor K. Nageshwar, today should we? I'm asking you, Professor K. Nageshwar, let me ask you a simple and straightforward question. Should you be trivializing today the valor of our armed forces? Should you be? Yes, no.
Rahul, there
should
are
you be?
unholy alliances. Look at
it's okay. It's okay, sir.
Rahul, can I make a point, please?
Yes, go ahead, Professor.
Please give me a minute time to speak.
Let Nageshwar Saab
Rahul,
speak.
please give me a minute time.
Go ahead.
I have never and will never trivialize the valor of our army. I never question. Please let me. I have been hearing for half an hour. Please, I have never questioned the veracity of surgical strikes. But my question is simple. To expose opposition, do you leak the videos that would benefit the Pakistan? So is enemy number one is Pakistan or Congress party?
Who told you
Let
so?
this government come clean. This government wants to expose
told you
Congress.
so?
So it will reveal the defense secrets. So is it not a defense document? Is a secret defense document? Because government has not officially released it. Army has not officially released it. I can understand if army releases it officially. I can understand if the government releases it officially. How can you allow a defense video to be leaked like this? So is this the security? What is the
your
guarantee?
response, sir? You have 2 minutes to respond. I need to take a break. You have 1 minute, 60 seconds to respond to Mr. Nageshwar. Yes. Go ahead, GV Narasimha Rao.
Yeah, you see, no, I get a feeling that Professor Nageshwar has not been following what the army and the people who actually led this operation have to say on this. We had on your show last night, Rahul, at 9 p.m. you had the Lieutenant General Huda, who actually
questioning the timing response.
He said we could have released
GVL,
it
sir,
long
respond.
back.
Did you have to release the video? Yes, no.
They have validated it, but they have not officially released it.
GV Narasimha.
Lieutenant
30 seconds.
Can I
the story?
No, why does it pinch you so much? The army is happy that the video has been out. It is the army which wanted this video out. They wanted this much earlier. And what is your problem? If the army has put it out, it's there out in the open. And now everyone I have spoken to in the army, whoever has been on television, have defended this decision. What is your problem? No, why do you think? No, do you know? Do you know what is in our strategic interest?
So I'm going to have to wrap this up. It's very clear. The BJP says the army is delighted because it felt quite robbed because of certain opposition parties who seem to suggest that these strikes never took place. We heard General Huda yesterday, the person who planned this to the last detail, and he said that I was hoping that this proof would be made public. Well, the army is happy. We'll take a short break. We come back to another very big debate, viewers. Stay with us.